Hello children, today we are going to do lesson 4, mangoes round the year. As you know, mango is the king of fruits. It is our national fruit too. I'm sure most of you love mangoes. We all enjoy eating ripe mangoes, mango chutney, mango pickles, mamidi tandra, mango shake and so on. The objective of this lesson is to understand the favorable conditions for the growth of microorganisms in food items, understand the importance of reading the information given on packed food items before buying them, realize the importance of keeping the food safe for a longer period of time, know the different methods of food preservation, know the process of making mamidi tandra. See the picture carefully. Here we see that the apple has got spoiled and the food lying in the plate is also spoiled. We don't feel like eating this food, isn't it? Well, how do we know that food is spoiled? There are different ways to know that the food is spoiled. We get to know either by its smell, when its color changes, its texture changes, or its taste changes. These are the things whenever we notice, we should be alert and we should never eat that spoiled food. Now, you must be wondering, why does food spoil? Food gets spoiled because of moisture, temperature, and microorganisms like bacteria, fungus, and mold. Remember, we should never eat spoiled food as it makes us fall sick. Let's understand how. When food gets spoiled, bacteria in food increases and it produces harmful substances which can cause stomachache, vomiting, or even loose motions. Food spoils quickly in the rainy and summer seasons. The conditions in which food spoils quickly are: first, if cooked food is left outside for long hours. Second, if milk is not boiled properly. Third, if green vegetables are not kept in a cool place, for example, refrigerator. Fourth, if pickles, murabba, etc. are not kept safe from moisture. And there are many more conditions in which the food spoils quickly. So we all need to take care of it. Some food items spoil soon. Some stay good for a long time. For example, milk, dal, roti, cooked rice, green vegetables, etc. get spoiled in 2 or 3 days. But raw potato, onion, ginger, garlic, eggs, etc. can last up to a week. Whereas rice, flour, pulses, spice, ghee, pickles can easily be used up to a month or even more. Observe the picture carefully. What is it that you see on the bread? This is fungus. This happens due to rotting of the bread. Fungus present in the air begins to grow when it gets the right condition. Whenever we buy packed food items, we should always check its price, weight, manufacturing date, and most importantly, expiry date. Remember not to eat any food item which has crossed its expiry date. It can be harmful. Well, Sometimes our food gets spoiled and sometimes we waste our food. There is a difference between the two. Let's understand the difference between food spoilage and food wastage. Food spoilage. It is the undesirable change that takes place in the food which makes the food unfit to eat. It is caused due to microorganisms. It can be delayed but not avoided. Food wastage. It means throwing away of food which can be eaten. It is caused due to our negligence. It can be avoided. Fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, fish, bread, eggs, etc. are perishable food items. They spoil or rot very fast. They have a shelf life and need to be consumed within a few days. Well, here shelf life means the length of time for which a food item can be stored before it goes bad or becomes unsafe to eat. Food items like canned food, biscuits, spices, pickles, etc. do not spoil or rot quickly. They can be kept for weeks or months depending on its expiry date. They have shelf life and can be used later. Let's understand food preservation. It is a process by which certain perishable food items like fruits and vegetables, fish, etc. are prevented from getting spoilt for a longer period of time. Well, you must be wondering, what is the need to preserve food? Let's understand it. First, to prevent growth of microorganisms which cause food spoilage, to enjoy a particular food item in the season in which it is not easily available, to add variety to our meals, to reduce wastage of food due to rotting, to increase the shelf life of the food item, to make the food item available to people where very few items grow, for example, in the deserts, in places where it snows throughout the year. Methods of food preservation. First, salting. Salt can be added to preserve some food items like pickles and fish. Second, boiling. This method helps to preserve food for a short time. For example, boiling milk, boiling corn, etc. Third, refrigeration and freezing. As we know that germs do not grow easily in cool places, so food kept in refrigerator remains fresh for few days. Sweetening is another method of food preservation. Excess sugar in food also acts as a preservative. Fruits can be stored for a long time in the form of jams, jellies and murabbas by adding sugar. Dehydration. In this method, the food items are dried in the sun to stop the growth of germs in them. Drying in the sun. This helps to remove the moisture from the food item. Pickling. Pickles of vegetables are made and enjoyed in all the seasons. Many of us like to eat mamidi tandra. Yes, aam papad. Let's learn the method of making mamidi tandra. First, take a mat woven from the leaves of a palm tree, poles of casuarina tree, string made of coconut husk, some jaggery and sugar from the market. Second, make a high platform using the poles of casuarina tree and the mat. Third, take out mango juice and strain it through a fine muslin cloth to remove the fibers. Next, mix jaggery and sugar in equal amounts to the pulp. Spread a thin layer of the pulp on the mat and leave it to dry in the sun. In the evening, cover the layer with the sari to prevent the dust from getting on it. Every day, add layer upon layer till it grows about 4 centimeters thick. After 4 weeks, your Mamidi Tandra will be ready. In this lesson, we learnt how does food get spoiled, what are perishable and non-perishable food items, precautions which we should take while buying packed food items, different methods of food preservation, steps to make Mamidi Tandra. Thank you.